The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Elsa walked through the crystalline doors, her boots echoing against the obsidian floor. Every species present, the towering Vraxians, the telepathic Mindari, the ancient Zephrons, turned their multitude of eyes toward the human representative. They had called this emergency session to deliver an ultimatum, never expecting humanity to respond with such audacity. Elsa stopped at the center podium, her emerald eyes scanning the thousands of alien delegates surrounding her in concentric circles. Behind her holographic display, her partner Zia monitored from the human warship Apex Predator, his fingers dancing across tactical screens as he coordinated Earth's fleet, hidden just beyond the system's edge. "You summoned us," Elsa said, her voice carrying through the translation matrices, "to surrender our colony worlds, to accept vassal status, to kneel." She paused, a slight smile touching her lips. "We decline." High Chancellor Vrak of the Vraxian hegemony rose to his full 12-foot height, his 6 arms gesturing in what his species considered a threatening display. "You misunderstand your position, human. Your world is classified as a Class 12 death world. You evolved in a gravity well that would crush most civilized species. Your atmosphere is corrosive poison to half the galaxy. Your sun bombards you with radiation that causes cellular degradation. That you survived such a hellish environment is unfortunate." "Unfortunate?" Elsa's smile widened. "It made you dangerous," Vrak continued. "But danger can be contained. Your 847 colony worlds are surrounded. Your trade routes are blockaded. You have 72 of your hours to comply, or we will sterilize Earth and every human settlement in the galaxy." The chamber erupted in chittering, humming, and clicking, the sounds of agreement from 1,000 alien throats. Elsa remained motionless, her hands clasped behind her back. In her earpiece, Zia's voice came through calm and steady. "Fleets in position. Strike packages ready. Just say the word." She tapped her wristcom twice. "Not yet." "High Chancellor," Elsa began, her tone shifting from diplomatic to something colder. "You've made several miscalculations. First, you assumed that because Earth is a death world, we would be desperate to leave it. You were wrong. We loved our nightmare planet. It made us what we are." She activated her holographic display. Images of Earth appeared, hurricanes tearing across oceans, volcanoes erupting with ancient fury, earthquakes reshaping continents, predators stalking prey through impossible ecosystems. Second, you assumed our expansion was driven by need. Wrong again. We expanded because that's what apex predators do. We explore, we adapt, we thrive. The image shifted to human colonies on worlds the Galactic Council had deemed uninhabitable. Lava planets, ice worlds, high-gravity death traps, and radiation-soaked hellscapes. On each one, humans had built thriving cities. Third, Elsa continued, her voice dropping to a whisper that somehow carried to every corner of the chamber, you assumed you could threaten us without consequence. That was your fatal mistake. Vrak's scales rippled with what might have been amusement. Fatal. Your entire species is one small planet of 8 billion. The hegemony alone commands 400 billion souls across 6,000 worlds. The combined council forces number in the trillions. What can you possibly— Zia, Elsa said simply. Show them. Across the galaxy simultaneously, the trap was sprung. On Zia's command, human ships decloaked. Not around Earth or the colonies the council had been monitoring. No, humanity had learned patience from its predators, stealth from its prey. For 15 years, while the galaxy debated the human problem, Zia and thousands of officers like him had been positioning assets. Now human warships materialized in orbit around every single council homeworld. The chamber's holographic displays lit up with incoming distress signals. Vrak's face contorted in what Elsa had learned to recognize as Vraxian horror. As reports flooded in, human fleets surrounding Vrak's prime, their weapons hot, but holding fire. How? Vrak stammered. Our sensors. Our patrols. You scanned for conventional drives, Zia's voice transmitted directly into the chamber, his image appearing beside Elsa. You never considered that a species crazy enough to evolve on a death world might develop technology you deemed theoretically impossible. Our quantum displacement drives leave no signature. We've been in your backyards for years. Elsa stepped forward. Every homeworld, every major colony, every shipyard, every command station, every political capital, we're there. Right now. Your families, your leaders, your futures, all in our crosshairs. The chamber descended into chaos. Delegates screamed in their various languages, demanding explanations, crying out for their worlds. Silence! Vrock's voice boomed. He turned to Elsa, his multiple eyes narrowing. This is madness. Mutually assured destruction benefits no one. If you fire, we will retaliate. Humanity will be erased. Maybe, Elsa agreed. But here's the thing about Deathworlders, High Chancellor. We've already lived through the apocalypse. Multiple times, ice ages, supervolcano eruptions, asteroid impacts, plagues that killed half our population. We've survived extinction-level events that would have ended any of your civilized species. She leaned on the podium, her expression fierce. We know how to rebuild from ashes. We know how to survive when survival seems impossible. Can you say the same? Zia's tactical display showed green lights across all fronts. Every human ship locked on target. Every weapon charged. Every crew ready. 15 years of preparation crystallized into this single moment. So here's our counteroffer, Elsa said. You leave humanity alone. All our worlds, all our people, all our ships. You lift your blockades, apologize for this insult, and pray we're merciful enough to accept. And if we refuse? Vrock asked, though his voice had lost its earlier confidence. Elsa's smile returned, but there was no warmth in it. Then you'll learn why we're called apex predators. Why we're the Deathworlders. Why we earned our title as the galaxy's most dangerous species. She paused. We don't start fights, Chancellor. But we sure as hell finish them. The silence stretched for exactly 72 seconds. Humanity's response time when Earth had been threatened. Finally, Vrock's shoulders sagged. His voice, when it came, was defeated. The Council withdraws its ultimatum. Smart choice, Zia transmitted. Fleet standing down. But we'll keep our toys deployed just in case you forget this lesson. As Elsa turned to leave the chamber, she paused at the doorway and looked back at the assembled delegates, beings from species that had ruled the galaxy for millennia, now trembling before a species barely a century into space travel. Congratulations, she said softly. You picked a fight with humanity. We tried to be peaceful. We tried to be diplomatic. We tried to be good neighbors, her eyes hardened. But you forgot the most important rule of nature. Never corner a predator unless you're prepared to become prey. The crystalline doors closed behind her, leaving the Galactic Council to contemplate their new reality. A galaxy where humanity, the Deathworlders from the nightmare planet called Earth, had just declared themselves apex stars of the cosmic food chain, and in the cold vacuum of space on 1,000 worlds, human crews celebrated not with violence, but with the quiet satisfaction of predators who had marked their territory without spilling a drop of blood. After all, the most dangerous humans were the ones who didn't need to prove how dangerous they were. The end.